Industry Insider coming to you from BigSound 2012, and we're here at the Tempo Hotel. Joining me are Gideon Jack from the Preatures. How are you guys?
Good, how are you, Ben?
Not too bad.
Good.
I'm doing well. It's been a long day of interviews, and I'm glad we're reading it out with you guys because you were definitely one of the artists we targeted to have a chat at. I'm so glad we bumped you into the street. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got this on camera.
Sure.
Good that. Better we get you now than later when I'm going to have to go through some massive agency to get a chat to you because you're playing to 20,000 people every night. So it's always good to get these interviews in early. Guys, just basically tell us a little bit about the band because I mean you've had such a rapid rise in the ranks already. Where did you guys start? Let's get stuck into that.
Well, we're from Sydney, so we've been kicking around there for the last 2 years, playing all your haunts, all your traps there. Just working our way up the coast, doing what normal bands do, just kicking as much as you can, developing your live sound, and throughout, last year we went over to the States, recorded this EP, and Take a Card came out, just Triple J picked it up and ran with it. Just been fantastic.
Yeah, well, tell us a bit more about how you guys actually got together. How did you form the band? And are you guys all schoolmates, or did you meet at bars, or what?
We did a show. Actually, I've known Tom and I, the bass player, went to school together.
Yeah.
So we've known each other for 10 years, and we went to uni to do audio engineering, and we met Isabella, who came and asked if we knew how to play like blues music. We ended up doing a cover of some Dylan song together, and then we got this band together and we started writing these songs, and we did the show at the Lansdowne Hotel. And Gideon and this band that he was in at the time called the Primates, was it?
No, I think we were using the Preatures.
Called the Preatures.
We were using the Preatures then.
We saw him play, and both Isabella and I said to each other, well, that guy's got an amazing voice, and like he's really fierce and like a little hurricane just trying to watch this guy. And I think I came up to you after the show and asked for your number.
Jack's got like beautiful handwriting, like really
beautiful handwriting.
Like stuff you would see your grandfather.
Yeah, right. Really?
Might write you a note.
I wrote my details down.
Yeah, I think, and you pull a little square of paper.
That's right.
Even though we're in the modern world, he just wrote it down, his number. I went home and I checked them out on Facebook, and you guys were doing a cover of something.
It was a James Brown song.
Yeah, and I checked it out and I was like, these guys are unreal. They're playing music that I want to do, and they play in a way that was just like, no one I knew at that age was playing like that. And I was like, I want to work together with these guys, and I just contacted Jack on Facebook and said, let's meet up. Not even to like chat or anything, I just wanted to like, let's write something, sit down and see what happens. And I thought I was just meeting Jack, but Izzy and Tom turned up as well, and
that would have been really daunting because we were tight.
Yeah.
The three of us, we had this great thing going.
And I just was like, came in and we just sort of each sat at our instrument and tinkered for a little while, and
I think we played a Towns Van Zandt song.
Yeah, and then we spent the first kind of 6 months just developing things and writing tunes, and then.
So how does that work with you guys? What's the process of your songwriting?
We generally write in pairs traditionally. Like usually the idea comes from at least myself, Izzy, or Jack. In that sense, and we just nut it out and see what works. Take a Card was really a collaborative effort. That was all 5 of us involved in that.
It was a real anomaly writing that track. It was us throwing stuff up against the wall for took half an hour.
I think we just said, let's try and write, like, just for an experiment, let's just see if we can write like a really cool pop song, just straight up pop song. And we did it, and from that we've just sort of had to work with that, take it in our stride, and it's become, that song's been a big part of the act.
It's funny you should say that, because I mean, I guess, not myself being an artist, but talking to a lot of artists, a lot of people go through their whole career trying to get it down to a simplistic form like that to get a really good song out, and you just happen to do it.
Yeah, I mean, these things, it really is a case that sometimes these things just happen. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened with that song. I came in with the bridge turnaround, and just came in, and just because I was like, I'll just play a little bit faster, and I played it a bit faster. And that sort of turned into that. Jack got some idea and he's like, let's use this for middle 8. Izzy took it home, wrote the lyrics for it, and brought it in, and from there on it was Tom wrote this great bass line, and just went from there. Luke came up with the hook
Luke
for the
wrote
chorus.
the chorus hook. He wrote that take with a call on the beat. That was his line.
Yeah, he's like, why don't you just do something like that? And then we just went, yeah, why not?
Yeah. So when did Take a Card as a song completely take form? Were you playing that around the venues over that 2-year period before it got any traction, or was that written and you just got it out and that was it? Bang?
We were in pre-production to do an EP.
Yeah, we were, and the other song.
The other song that was up for contention, I don't think we were all 100% set on.
Yeah.
And we were at the time rehearsing like 3 times a week for 7 hours or something.
Yeah.
We're just together, and it happened out of that sort of pressure cooker environment. Because we'd already booked our tickets to go to Los Angeles because we were like, let's go. We want to make this EP over there. And I think with that, all of those gears in motion, it kind of turned us on to, you know, that vibe. And there's a spirit in that track that, you know, is really resemblant of that focus and that time and space that we were in, but also the 5 of us really feeding off each other in that way, and how quickly it happened as well. I think that's really in the track.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's very interesting. Now, was it October 12? You have a release coming out?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Shaking Hands is the name of the EP that's coming out.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate enough to sign on with Mercury.
And what a big piece of news that was in the music industry. And I mean, I have to stop you right there for a second, because what is it, a 5-record deal?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, I struggle to remember an artist that had been signed to 5 records in the last couple of years. I mean, I'm sure people out there will start sprouting off names, but for me, when I read that, I went, geez, that's pretty rare in this day and age. I mean, I think even the Temper Trap, back when they got their deal, was, from memory, talking to Dougie last time, I think it was like 3 EPs and 2 records on Liberation or something at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, I mean, that's just, you guys must have just been, you would have been happy with 1, I would guess, but when they said 5, I mean, that's just crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a tall order.
It's a tall order,
We're
and
not shitting around.
we're
It's
not,
a really big deal.
and you know, this EP's coming out, but you know, we're really writing at the moment. We're just
Is
in
the
a
EP a
writing
part
mode.
of the deal, or was the EP in production before
This
the
EP
record?
that's coming out on the 12th is the first
First release through them.
So we'd like to put out another EP before we do an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
See how you go.
That's
yeah.
how it goes in.
Now, what dates, what stuff? Obviously, you'll be touring in support of the EP release. Is that going to happen?
Basically mid-October, all our dates are online. You'll be able to see them on
the Preatures.com.
Preatures.com.
And you guys have also changed the
spelling of the name.
I'll make sure I put the right spelling.
So mid-October we kick off a tour to celebrate the release of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, we can send everybody there. Yeah. Preatures.com if you want to go find out more information. You can check out Take a Card online at the moment, and October 12, Shaking Hands is coming out.
Yeah, we've got a new single out as well, Power Rider.
Pardon me. Yeah, I forgot about that one as well. But so go check it all out. And gentlemen, thank you so much for coming down and having a chat. Really excited we got to talk to you, because there's definitely great things ahead for you guys, and we really enjoy the music. So we'll definitely be following you and coming to see you when we get the chance.
Thanks, Ben.
Get in. Thank you very much,
Appreciate
Jack.
it.
Thank you very much. It's the boys from the Preachers here. Joining me at BigSound 2012 for Industry Insider. We'll talk to you soon.